Hello, friends, and welcome to Clear United. So, I'm excited to be here, and you should be as well. But before we get started on what this technology can do for yourself and those in your life that you care about, just a quick reminder to please silence your phone. It's important that you pay attention to this as we go over this quick presentation. Please hold your questions until the end. And most of all, let's just take a deep breath, relax and have some fun, okay? There's enough seriousness in our lives already. In this presentation, we're going to go over three things. Number one, the facts behind how our privacy is literally being robbed from us and then sold to the highest bidder. Number two, what kind of technology is out there that can keep ourselves and the people we love safe from this exploitation. And finally, number three, for those of you who may see the potential, how you can not only get your technology for free, but also perhaps capture a percentage of the cell phone market share. Okay, so these topics are important because a lot of us are concerned about the people that we care about, right? And including ourselves, obviously. And in fact, we don't realize that every single keystroke you type into your phone, everything you've ever looked at or sent on your phone, every conversation you've had, voice, text, is all being stored on a cloud somewhere. And it's being sold to the highest bidder. Friend, I'm not exaggerating here. This is real stuff, okay? But in the name of keeping time valuable, let's just dive right in. So let's start with a word that probably none of you have ever heard of. It's called panopticon, okay? Panopticon. What the heck does that mean? Well, the panopticon is a disciplinary concept brought to life in the form of a central observation tower placed within a circle of prison cells. From the tower, a guard can see every cell and inmate, but the inmates can't see into the tower. Prisoners will never know whether or not they are being watched, okay? Friends, this is a description of a prison, and unfortunately, this is the description of our government and the apps on our phones that are in violation of our privacy, okay? Everything is being controlled by a few. Your emails are being saved, conversations are being saved, and everything you're doing can be like monitored at will. And yes, really, but what if I delete it off my phone? Well, deleting things is great for creating more space on your phone, creating more space for more data. However, all it has to do is pass through, okay? It just has to pass through your phone and everything gets saved on a cloud. And friends, Google owns that cloud, okay? Now, once it's on the cloud, it's there permanently. It cannot get deleted. And once it's on the cloud, 200 to 300 people that work and have authority to these places, they have access to that information. And get this, iPhones are even worse because not only does your data get stored on Google Cloud, which it does, don't think that it doesn't, right? Your data also gets stored on Apple's iCloud. And now those 200 to 300 people that work there also have access to all of your information. And I'm going to be honest with all of you, I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist, okay? I don't believe half the things that are out there and half the things that are talked about. However, I'm not that big of a fan of big tech or the government either. I just want to be left alone. And if you're on this call, I'm assuming that that's important to you as well. So stick in with me for a second here and imagine this, okay? There's a robber, a bad guy coming to break into your house. You have no idea. He goes around the back of the house and he finds the key. He isn't going to break the door down and wake you up. Oh, no, 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 no. He's going to slowly open that door and creep inside while you're still sleeping to keep you sleeping. He does not want to do anything to alarm or even make you think for a second that he is inside your home. He sneaks in, he goes through your drawers, he goes into your office, he goes through your important documents. Oh, he just saw all your banking information. Oh, he just saw all your identification. He goes through your photo albums and takes a picture on his phone and saves a copy. He goes through your son or daughter's diaries, aka their Facebook. Okay. And if you're lucky, this robber is going to sell everything they found to a legit buyer. Okay. If you're not lucky, they will sell it to someone on the dark web. Have you heard of this dark web? Has anybody here heard of this dark web? I don't want to scare you with this at all, okay? That's not my intention here, but I do want to shine a light on a reality. This is real. And if you don't know how pervasive it is, I can go on the dark web right now, and for $1.25, I can buy someone's credit card information with expiration dates. For $2.25, I can buy your banking information. And if I want to be a really big spender, I can spend $3.50 for your credit card information, your credit report, friends, your life. Okay? If you think I'm exaggerating, I am not. You can go on the dark web and buy tens of thousands of this sort of information at a time. These bundles of people's information, okay? And people wonder why they're being hacked. And the worst part is that you gave this information to them. You gave them your information. Every app on your phone, you agreed to their terms and conditions. Like, be honest with me, real honest. Did you read the fine print to those terms and conditions? Have you? I certainly haven't. I'm going to be honest, not even once. I just wanted to use the cool filter, right? There's a saying out there about big tech and this big privacy data heist, okay? The big print giveth and the small print taketh away. Now, what does that mean? Well, with big, beautiful colors and happy graphics and little blue birds, the big print says, your privacy is very important to us. But then the little print on page 10, right in the middle of the document, says, however, you give us permission to do this and to do this and this. We require to use your camera, your location, your microphone. We need to see your contacts, and we need to see your files, and so on and so forth, right? We've all seen our phones want these permissions. Now, do 99% of these apps require all of these things to be able to work? No, absolutely not. Friends, the purpose of these apps aren't to give you just cool filters and show you funny videos. The purpose of these apps are to collect your data and then sell it for a beautiful profit, okay? But what about my service provider? Well, it does not matter what service provider you use. The company, your service provider company, sells your data, and actually, believe it or not, they make more money with your data that belongs to you, by the way, than they're making with the purchase of your phone and your cell phone plan. Friends, data is more valuable than oil. It passed oil in 2017, just to let you know. But okay, Nick, this does sound crazy, but I'm lost. How does this work? Well, let's go over how this works, and then we'll get to the phone, okay? I promise. So how this works. I'm going to hop online, and I'm going to go shop for a car, okay? I want a four-door Honda, or I want a four-door Toyota. Now, by the third click, it gets picked up by Google, Microsoft, Facebook. Honestly, it doesn't matter who it gets picked up by. It could be Oracle, Bing, or it could be people that you don't even know are out there picking stuff up. Okay. Now that you've clicked, they are paying attention. They are paying attention to you now, and they are recording everything you're doing. What page you went to, how long you stayed on that page, what you typed in, literally recording each keystroke, every click of the mouse. They especially love it when you go to the configure my car page, because then you're picking your preferred color and everything, right? But you know, you're not at a dealership though. You're at home. You're only looking on your cell phone, so you're safe, right? Well, not really, because They who've been paying attention to you are going to sell this information to Toyota or Honda for a very good price. All right, well, this is just car shopping. This is no big deal, right? Like I have nothing to hide. Well, now they find out about your financial information. Huh? Nick, how do they do that? Stop being crazy. My friends, it's on your phone. And even if you've deleted it, it's gone through your phone at some point, right? And as long as it's gone through your phone, it's on a cloud stored somewhere. Trust me, friends, if you could see all the information they have saved about you, would you even want to see it? Probably not. Honestly, you'd probably be mortified. Those people who got all of your information about buying that Honda or Toyota are now going to see which car you can afford. They are going to see who your insurance provider is and how much you're paying. Huh? What? Insurance provider? Nick, what are you talking about? Well, you betcha. Have you ever gotten an email confirmation? Next, they'll check out your health records. Is this person going to be around long enough for 3 years worth of payments? After that, they go after your credit information. They probably don't need your credit information at this point. They have all the information they need, but it's great information to make a profit off of. Okay. After that, it's your kids' information they're going after. Whoa, Nick. Time out. Why do they want my kids' information? Well, they want to see if you have a son or daughter that's 16 years old that's taking driver's ed. Do you have a son or daughter that is in need of a car? And do you have the ability to finance them? All that information is one big package they put together that you didn't give anyone permission to take, and they sell it to Honda or Toyota or realistically the highest bidder. Hopefully to the right person and not the wrong person. This is very valuable information, very private information that you didn't give anyone permission to take. But oh wait, yes you did with your cell phone and your apps. But what if, hear me out here, what if someone came along 10 years ago and said, why should we allow this? This is not okay. What if we give people the option to keep their own data? They didn't have to sell it and no one could mine it off their phones and take it from them without them knowing through their apps. Friends, welcome to Clear. Okay. 10 years in development, over $200 million raised. And fun fact, the CEO is wealthy enough on his own with his previous IT company that 40% of all Clear revenue goes to pay for the products. Another 40% goes to all the influencers who decide to promote the product. And the remaining 20% all goes to charity. He doesn't take a dime. This project of his is about way more than money. It's about giving us our lives back. And yes, friends, it's a phone. So let's talk about the phones. What we have here are Clear phones. Clear phone 220, 420, and 620. 220 is like your entry level phone. Okay. It's great for the kids or the teens or possibly even a grandparent that, doesn't need the crazy camera and the crazy hardware and stuff like that. The 420 is your exact comparison phone to the iPhone 12 and the new Samsung. Okay. Same size, same everything. The 220 is slightly smaller. And then we have the 620. Friends, this thing is a beast. It has a 7.12-inch screen, making it the largest screen on the market. It has a 16 megapixel camera on the front, which is the same as what my Samsung S10 Plus has on the rear. And on the rear, it has a 48 megapixel camera. And when it's combined with the software, it makes it a 108 megapixel camera, which is unreal. Beats my top of the line Samsung every single day of the week. Also in each phone, there are slots for 2 SIM cards. Yes, 2 SIM cards. So you could use your current network provider and Clear's network if you like. If you wanted to have 2 phone numbers on one phone, or what you can do is insert an SD memory chip and have over like a terabyte of storage. These phones work on all GSM networks, okay? So it does not matter what country you're in All you have to do is type into Google is TELUS or is AT&T or is whatever a GSM network, and it'll tell you. It's as simple as that. So hardware-wise, these phones easily compete with everything on the market. And for those of you who are like me and like getting new gadgets, Clear comes out with new phones every 2 years. So they're always keeping their tech the best and fresh, okay? However, even though the hardware is great, friends, that is not why you buy this phone. You buy this phone so you don't need to worry about what this phone is doing to you, but instead what this phone is doing for you, okay? To keep you safe, to keep your kids safe, to keep those you care about safe. This is the end of the data problem phone, okay? This is the keep your kids safe phone. You're buying this phone for the privacy. So how exactly does this phone keep you safe? How does it keep you private? Well, hang in there with me for a sec and let's go over just exactly how this technology works, okay? Let's talk about your current phone buying experience. You walk into AT&T and what's the first thing they want to do? They want to set up your account, okay? Oh, let's set up your account. What's your name? What's your email address? What's your home address? What's your social security number? And may I please see your driver's license? They would also want that same information on anybody else that's going to be attached to that account, you know, a spouse, kids, or whatever. Why is that? Well, you, my friends, are being registered. That phone you are buying, it's a serial number that is being registered to you, okay? Registered to a legal identity that the government and big tech have that identity, okay? And everything you do on that phone is being traced back to, you guessed it, you. I'm not saying you're doing something wrong. That's not the point here. The point is that you want your privacy, okay? Like, funny story. I was talking to a friend of mine about privacy, right? And he was like, "Man, you know, it doesn't really matter to me. I have nothing to hide." So I asked him, "Can I see your phone for a sec?" He said, "Well, sure, why not?" Okay. So I grabbed his phone and then I asked him for his PIN number so I could go into his emails and find out his banking information. He was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa. Are you kidding me?" And then he grabbed his phone back. He said, "Not a chance. What are you doing, man?" and I just looked at him and said, "Oh, well, wait a second. Didn't you just say that privacy wasn't that important to you?" Of course it is. And that's why you're going to buy this phone after you understand what it does. Okay? So when you buy this phone at AT&T, it's registered to you. When you buy a Clear phone, it's registered to no one. They don't ask for your social security number. They don't ask to see your driver's license. All they ask for is a shipping address. And if you want, that can be a PO box, right? Mine is. So why don't they ask for that information? Well, that would violate the basic principle of why you bought this phone in the first place. So then who or what is this phone registered to? Okay. Well, when you open up your box, this is the first thing you're going to see. This little paper insert that asks for the owner's name, that you just write it down. And keep in mind, do not give this information to anyone, okay? And then you'll notice a space for 24 words. Well, you're only going to use 12. You're going to set your 12 key encryption code and write down those words on this piece of paper. Friends, do not lose it. This is the same technology as if you're going on to the Bitcoin or Ethereum blockchain, okay? So who owns the phone? Well, that random individual that has that random 12 key encryption, okay? Clear, this company does not have and does not keep any records. So if someone, you know, big tech or the government or a really disgruntled neighbor or something like that was to go to Clear and ask for Billy's records, they wouldn't have them. They'd have no idea who Billy is, what phone he has, and certainly wouldn't know the encryption code. Oh, but no. They really want Billy's records. They really want his information. Sorry, there are no records to give. They would ask about, well, what about the data stored on the cloud? Nope, sorry, there is no cloud. Huh? No cloud. How does that work then? So the technology works like this, okay? If you break a piece of glass into a million pieces, we call those pieces shards of glass, okay? Now, if I took your social security number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I break that into a million little shards and then send each piece individually to different countries, no one in any of those countries has my social security number. It's totally safe. And if I can recall it, bam, it's all put back together. Friends, this is called sharding. And we use the secure encrypted blockchain to do that. Okay, this is very, very cool, which means that millions of little shards of your information resides in 6,834,289 computers in 167 different countries. Okay, no one has all of it, but you and only you have the ability with 12 words to recall all of those shards back instantly to your device. Clear does not have that ability. So if someone came to Clear looking for your information, they'd be out of luck. You and only you have that ability. Clear does not ask for your information. That, my friends, is the purpose of this phone. So when you get your phone, it's not registered to you and there's no record of anything you put through the phone. There's nothing. There's no cloud of anything, no record being kept of what you put through this phone. Now, let me be clear though about apps like Facebook and browsers like Google Chrome. Those are public and they can track where you went, but with Clear GM software inside this phone, it acts like a fence around those apps so they can't go data mining through your phone. I remember this one time, my mother asked me just to go into the grocery store. I think it was like Save on Foods or something like that, right? I think it was just to get something quick. Honestly, I don't remember what it was, probably butter or something. So I went into the store, was in there for like maybe 5 minutes or so, very quick. I just got the butter in and out. By the time I got back into my car, I got a little notification on my phone. Google wanted to know how my experience was in Save on Foods. I'm not a fan of that. It's like, especially in today's day and age with everything that is going on. Like, no, thank you. So like I said before, there are 3 phones to choose from: the 220, 420, and then the beast, the 620. They all support wireless charging, have incredible processors, so they compete with the hardware of any other phone all day long, okay? With the subscription model, they are $50, $100, or $150 a month, and that includes all of your talk, text, unlimited data, okay? If you want to buy them outright and use your current service provider, you can do that as well. So the phones are going to ship with a rapid charger, high quality headphones. They're going to ship with a case. Yes, they come with a case. When's the last time you bought a phone and it came with a case? Like, the case is no OtterBox by any means, right? But hey, it's a free case. Looks good. It functions. It works. Cool. These phones are also going to be shipped with a built-in wallet, a built-in pay portal. Okay. You're probably thinking, why? Like, what for? Well, these phones have become so popular that through the company's research, they found out that each person that buys a phone will typically have about 3 referrals. They send you that built-in wallet because that's how you're going to get paid for those 3 referrals. My friends, you don't just have a secure phone here. If you want, you have a business in a box. Like, the greatest difficulty when representing a product with affiliate marketing, peer-to-peer marketing, network marketing, is to find a product that is exclusive. Yes, everyone has their own special version of their lotion and potion, right? I get that, and they're all fantastic. But when has something ever come out that sparked a paradigm shift within a whole new market area? It's an entirely new market for influencers or network marketers No one has to leave what they're doing because this is totally revolutionary, and for the and it's the first of its kind in a brand new market. Okay, what's unique is that you get your life back, you get your privacy back on a cell phone. Your cell phone is the most dangerous thing you have and the most utilized thing you have. You're not leaving your home without it. You can forget your wallet, right? You can't forget your phone. And if you did, be honest, how many times did you turn around to go back for your phone? I know I have, right? Why did you go back for it? Really, though, why did you turn around and go back for your phone? It's not the phone you went back for. At the gut level, you're not even remotely comfortable with the thought of someone having access to what is on that phone. That, my friends, is what you are worried about. You are subconsciously uncomfortable. Now, you don't need to worry about that anymore. You no longer need to be concerned about what your phone is doing to you, but rather what your phone is doing for you, keeping you safe, keeping you secure, keeping you protected. Okay. Now, for the business builders, I would recommend getting the 620. Yes, it is big. It's not unwieldy, right? Like you can, it's function. Or sorry, like you can still use it. Like it's not too big, right? It's not uncomfortable, but it is big. Why do I recommend 620 to the business builders? Well, because trying to describe the size of this phone is like trying to describe what a beautiful clouds and a blue sky look like to a blind person. It's possible, but it's very difficult. Okay. However, if you have it in your hand, you can just show them and they will love it. Like it is such a beautiful phone, and people do love it, by the way. And if you noticed, or if you have noticed over the last 8 generations of phones, they are getting bigger, not smaller. And the 620 is the current record holder for size. Okay. And then if they say, no, thank you, it's too big, what other sizes are there? You can just say, oh, well, they're the same size as your iPhone. It's much easier to size down than it is to size up. Okay. Now, the cool thing here, my friends, is that we don't just have a phone. What we have is a whole new ball game. And honestly, we don't need to sell phones. We don't need to sell anyone on the idea of buying a phone. Almost every single person on the planet has one. They are the most widely used tool out there. The phone will sell itself if people just know what it does, because if you grasp the concept of wanting your life, your privacy, and security back, then you already know that this is the right answer right here. So correct me if I'm wrong here, but the holy grail in peer-to-peer marketing or network marketing is leveraged or passive income, okay? You know, when you get paid whether or not you're the one doing the work. Well, people in network marketing typically keep their autoships going for maybe 4 months, or if things get tough at home, those lotions and potions are honestly the first things to go, okay? So the industry average is about 4 months. That's how long they keep their autoships going. When's the last time somebody willingly shut off their cell phone bill? When's the last time someone said, no thanks, I don't want a phone anymore, and just gave up their phone? I have never heard of that. People typically stick with their current network providers for 10 plus years, 10 years minimum. If that's not the holy grail of network marketing, or even better, peer-to-peer marketing, which is more of what this is, then I don't know what is, okay? I don't know how you make network marketing better than that. And if you're not fired up yet, you're going to be after this. So when you refer your first customer, they are in your first circle of influence, okay? So if you look at the graphic to the right here, you can see that the people who buy directly from you, they're in your first circle. The people who then buy from them would be in your second circle, and so on, okay? So in your first circle of influence, you're going to get 10% of all revenue paid to you for the life of that phone's contract, okay? So if their contract is $100 a month, you're getting $10 a month residually for every single person that you refer a phone to. But when they go out and tell their mom, their brother, their friend about the secure phone, and they get on the same plan, they're going to make 10%, but you're also going to make an additional 10% of their contracts as well. So now you're up to $40 a month residually, and you haven't even done anything. So if there's 10 people, boom, your phone is free. And then on your third, your fourth circle, you're going to get 5% of all revenue. And then on your fifth, sixth, and seventh circle, you're going to get 1%. Okay. Now, stay with me here. That might not sound like much, but hear me out for a sec. 1% of circles 5, 6, and 7. Why does that matter? Well, maybe I don't know that many people. Maybe I'm just a normal person. Okay. I sign up a couple people. They find Nick Stewart, and then he finds Billy Bob. Billy Bob knows someone else. And maybe that someone else all of a sudden finds someone who is Godzilla. Okay. Maybe it's some influencer or someone who can set up a killer marketing campaign. Or maybe it's a Brittany Kaiser who just released a documentary on Netflix called The Great Hack, who is going to be on Joe Rogan in a week, who is a rep for this company, by the way, who has 100 million viewers that all talk about privacy by design. And maybe she sells 10, 20,000 phones in her first circle, but she's on my seventh circle. Okay. Well, last time I checked, 1% of $100 is $1. Well, on 20,000 phones, that's $20,000 a month for you not doing anything for the life of those contracts, which typically someone doesn't change their service provider for 10 plus years. Okay. How would you feel if 6 people away from you, you have no idea who they are, went on Joe Rogan, sold a ton of phones, and made you a ton of money, making $20,000 a month off someone you didn't even know until you met them? I'd be pretty stoked. The power of depth on this pay plan and the power of the global pool bonus that starts only after 3 customers, by the way, that it gives you up to 7% of the entire company's global revenue is what has gotten me and whoever has invited you to this video so fired up. Okay. This is very cool. There's no hidden fees. There's no rep fee. There's no monthly website fee. There's no portal fee. There's no volume you need to maintain. It's all based off of team accumulative sales, meaning if you sold 1 phone and that person sold 2,500 phones, you would still be at the top of the comp plan. There's no quotas you need to maintain. You sell phones as quickly or as slow as you want, right? There's no fee to be an influencer. Just be a customer. That's all you need to be, is a customer. There's also none of this, wait until Friday thing to get paid. You get paid instantly. And when you get paid with what's called a clear token that can instantly be transferred into any currency you want. Instantly, just like that, with that wallet that's integrated into the software of this phone. Okay. So you can have dollars, yen, Bitcoin, Ethereum, pounds, whatever you want instantly. This is so cool. So how do you get a clear phone? Well, before I dive into that, there is one incredibly important point I want to stress to you first. Before you buy, it's incredibly important that you get your sponsor's referral code and then enter their referral code at the point of checkout. Okay. So make sure before you buy your phone, don't do anything but ask your sponsor for their referral code and where to put it. Okay. But to get your Clear phone and to get started, all you need to do is go to www.clear.store, not .com, just .store. And from there, pick your phone, pick your purchase option. If you want to do the financing or if you want to buy it outright, and then enter the referral code, and bam, your phone will be shipped to you without asking for any information about you or information about your family or people who are going to be on the account, right? These phones are designed to keep you safe, to keep you private, and most of all, keep you secure. Friends, I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for spending your valuable time watching this presentation. This is the 21st century revolution of privacy and security, okay? We're growing fast. Teams are duplicating. Teams are building insane momentum. But most importantly, we are just getting started, okay? Welcome to Clear. Thank you, and God bless.